Nagaland registers 7 more positive cases of coronavirus. 4 new cases have been reported in Kohima, 2 in Dimapur and 1 in Twengsang today. Total active case rise to 25. Nagaland Chief Minister Nipurio called upon the people of the state to share the pain and suffering that the returnees from other states are undergoing at the present time. Appeals to the people to respect the privacy of the COVID-19 positive patients and their families. 535 stranded Naga citizens reach Dimapur from Jaipur. They are ferried by buses from Lamding and transported to Dimapur's Agri-Expo site. Empowered committee in Dimapur, including the district task force, is being faced with huge challenges day by day as more and more stranded citizens arrive in Dimapur by road and rail. And the number of COVID-19 cases in India has climbed to 1,65,799, making it the world's 9th worst hit country by the coronavirus pandemic. The death toll due to COVID-19 rise to 4,706 in the country. Well, hello, you're with News and Trends and you're watching the Daily News Bulletin. The total active COVID-19 cases in Nagaland increased to 25 today, with confirmation of 7 more positive cases according to the latest official update. As per the Nagaland COVID-19 dashboard, the latest tally of active cases in the state stood at 25 this morning. The new cases include 2 from Dimapur, 1 from Twengsang and 4 from Kohima. Accordingly, the total number of active cases in the state is 25. Overall, Dimapur has the highest number of cases at 14, followed by 6 in Kohima and 5 in Twengsang. So far, all the positive cases reported have been all linked to the returnees from Chennai. The confirmation was also made by State Health and Family Welfare Minister Pang Pong in his 2 tweets early this morning. Nagaland Chief Minister Nipurio has called upon the people of the state to share the pain and suffering that the returnees from other states are undergoing at the present time, and appeal to the people to respect the privacy of the patients and their families who are affected with COVID-19. In a video message, the Chief Minister said this is a time for the strong social bonds of Naga society to emerge as rays of hope and support.
It pains us to see people suffering during these challenging times. I urge every person to welcome back our people with open arms and extend our love and concern so that their sufferings and trauma is eased to some extent. Many more will be returning in the next few days and weeks, and we all need to collectively ensure that we make them feel welcome in all aspects.
The Chief Minister said that in spite of our limitations, we are better prepared. However, with the detection of positive cases in Nagaland, which he said was inevitable, he admitted of mismanagement and communication gap for which the government expresses its regret. He said the government has decided to establish a BSL lab at Twengsang and will provide TrueNat machines to all the districts to enhance the testing capacity.
With large numbers of returnees coming back home and detection of positive cases, there was a management gap and some miscommunications among the various functionaries, of which the government regrets. We have decided to set up a BSL testing lab at Twengsang district and TrueNet testing facilities in all the districts, which will greatly enhance our testing capacity. The government is seized of the situation, and I appeal to you to bear with us. Let us not panic, rather let us strengthen our resolve to fight together and win together. I want to appeal to each and every one of you to make every possible effort in ensuring that we do not stigmatize the disease and any person who is infected by it. Rather, we need to extend our support and concern to each COVID-19 patient so that we can lessen their suffering and lighten their burden. We must respect the privacy of each patient and all their families.
He also appealed to all the returnees to strictly adhere to the government advisories and follow the guidelines that have been put in place.
I also request all returnees to strictly adhere to government advisories, follow guidelines, and make every possible effort to contain the virus at each individual level. We have already instituted a strategic committee on economic affairs, followed by activation of working groups along with experts and non-governmental players to formulate strategies and roadmaps to move towards a sustainable and a self-reliant economy. Very soon, we will come up with strategies, steps, and targeted dates of implementation of these policies.
The Chief Minister today landed at Ganesh Nagar Industrial Estate along with some of his cabinet colleagues and inspected the quarantine center there. The Chief Minister expressed gratitude to DGP Nagaland and the entire officers and Jawans of Nagaland Police for converting it to a fully equipped quarantine center with a capacity of 1,070 people within a short time. We have this report. Nagaland Chief Minister Nipirio today visited Ganesh Nagar, Dimapur under Dhansari Par to take stock of the ongoing renovation works at Ganesh Nagar, which has been converted to COVID-19 institutional quarantine center as per decision of the cabinet. The infrastructures at Industrial Estate Ganesh Nagar has been left abandoned for several years as no potential Naga entrepreneurs came forward to stay and work there. As more stranded Naga people are arriving from other states, accommodation is becoming a challenge, especially for Dimapur, as out of the 18,000 plus returnees, Dimapur district has to shoulder the responsibility of housing more than 70%. In view of this, the cabinet in its meeting held on 19th May at Kohima decided for converting Industrial Estate Ganesh Nagar into IQC, where the Nagaland Police, under the initiative of DGP Nagaland John Longkumar and DIG Training Autemse, spearheaded for giving a complete facelift to the abandoned buildings, the renovation works of which started on 22nd May 2020. In a brief program during his visit today, Rio, on behalf of the government and his colleagues, expressed profound gratitude and appreciation to the Nagaland Police, from DGP John Longkumar to all the ranks and files, for making the area possible for habitation in record time.
Dimapur, Kohima to main to mano ahile itu jagade bishi thakibo koikena discuss kursu SS kuradan de Dimapur de itia 3,000 beds isna banaise aru yate Ganesh Nagar para 1,000 plus aru town de additional 300 isna ola aise koise todole apnakan 4,500 to area ahiro including hotels Kohima de ole about 3,000 edo panchibule kam korase itia IG stadium de aru bisna 1,000 tadi aru quarantine jaga banai ase itu ami kali jagna bisai.
The Chief Minister also informed that the government would support the quarantinees at Ganesh Nagar by imparting motivational training on business entrepreneurship to those who desire to stay in Nagaland and earn their living. Rio emphasized for focusing in agri and allied entrepreneurship, sports, tourism in building the economy, and informed that a strategy group has been set up and working on it. He further added that henceforth, if anyone plans to go and work outside Nagaland, he or she has to register with the government, and unless that is done, government would not be responsible. Rio dubbed the present pandemic as a human problem where one cannot go strictly by the rules.
Genis nagar lagadu. Amagan nagamanu. Itu industrial estate. Entrepreneurs. Aru industry. Nagamanu koribole mon hoile. Yede common facilities banagena. Industrial itu gore banado nagamanu industry de fail hoise. Aru aji industry banabole industry laga gore bana khante quarantine banabole dokar hoise.
Rio, while mentioning about the 25 COVID positive cases detected from the Chennai special train returnees, reminded that COVID-19 was a global pandemic and strongly felt that there should not be any blame game and social stigma attached. He appreciated and thanked the tireless efforts rendered by the frontline workers, including the district administration, police, civil societies, district task force, NGOs, churches, and the public in general. PHED Minister Nagaland Jacob Jimami highlighted on the issue of shortage of medical staffs at Dimapur, to which the Health and Family Welfare Minister Pangyu Phom assured to send additional force of medical team by next week. Rio and his entourage visited all the three sectors where Sector A and B has been completed with everything put in place with a capacity to house around 600 persons. The third sector, which has total capacity for accommodating another 600 people, would be ready by next week. A total of 535 stranded Naga citizens that arrived from Jaipur on a special train number 04859 that reached Lumding at 7:10 this morning were ferried by buses from Lumding to Dimapur Agri Expo site today. The buses reached Dimapur at 12:18 in the afternoon today. Out of the 535 passengers, 369, which included 183 female and 186 male, belonged to 8 districts of Nagaland, while 166, consisting of 84 female and 82 male, were from Dimapur, Mon, and Peren districts. The Empowered Committee in Dimapur, including the District Task Force, is being faced with huge challenges day by day as more and more stranded citizens arrive in Dimapur by road and rail. More in this report. Informing news and trends over phone, APC and Dimapur in charge for COVID-19, Waikreto Sema, said that the Empowered Committee in Dimapur, including the District Task Force, is being faced with huge challenges day by day, and it has taken the responsibility to arrange for transportation of stranded persons from outside the state, like Lumding, besides receiving stranded persons arriving in the state by trains, buses, and private vehicles. The timing of arrival are not specific, and such exercises are carried out even at odd hours, thereby putting a huge strain on us, he said. He, however, expressed optimism and said that the entire team is still going strong by the grace of God, and they will continue to work for humanity. He appealed to all the believers to remember the team in their prayers. Kikheto said that although the Empowered Committee Dimapur was awaiting official order, it was planning to send returnees who have finished quarantine period and do not show any symptoms to their home districts at the earliest. In this, he appealed Peren and Mon districts to mentally prepare to receive their returnees. He said if the arrival of returnees is not staggered, the committee would have to send the earlier returnees to the home districts after following proper medical procedures, even in the absence of official order, so as to pave way for the fresh returnees. Kikheto said Dimapur was willing to house all positive patients, but if the number increases, then another COVID-19 hospital would be needed in Dimapur. Kikheto said some of the COVID-19 hospitals in other districts were better equipped than Kohima and Dimapur, and added that all other districts having efficient doctors and administrators should be willing to receive the returnees. Stating that a real battle has begun, he appealed to the people not to start a blame game, but instead lend a supportive hand if the war is to be won. The number of COVID-19 cases in India has climbed to 165,799, making it the world's ninth worst hit country affected by the coronavirus. The Health Ministry said that the death toll due to COVID-19 rose to 4,706 in the country, while the number of cases climbed to 165,799, registering an increase of 175 deaths and a record jump of 7,466 cases since yesterday. The Health Ministry said that the number of active COVID-19 cases stand at 89,987, while 71,105 people have recovered and one patient has migrated. Thus, around 42.89% patients have recovered so far, a senior Health Ministry official said. India also surpassed China's death toll with as many as 4,706 deaths compared to 4,638 according to Johns Hopkins University data. Delhi and Tamil Nadu showed jump of around 1,000 cases as Maharashtra continued to contribute a lion's share. It was still the worst hit state that reported 59,546 cases so far. Tamil Nadu has 19,372 and Delhi at 16,281 cases. Assam registered 30 new positive cases of COVID-19, taking the state's tally to 910. Assam Health Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma confirmed this in a tweet saying, "Alert, 30 new cases of COVID-19 positive, 16 Golaghat, 6 Karimganj, 2 Lakhimpur, 2 Kachar, 2 Hailakandi and 2 Karbi Anglong." With this, the active cases in the state stand at 800 with 103 recoveries and 4 deaths. Global COVID-19 cases reached 58,09,359 with over 3,60,303 deaths. In terms of total number of confirmed cases, the United States is the worst hit with 17,21,753. The US also tops the number of deaths with 1,01,616, followed by the UK, Italy, France, Spain, Brazil, Belgium, Mexico, Germany and Iran in the top 10. The total number of cases stood at 56,92,037, while the death toll increased to 3,55,626 this morning. Meanwhile, in terms of cases, Brazil comes in the second place with 4,38,238 infections. This was followed by Russia with 3,79,051 and the UK at 2,70,508. Regarding fatalities, the UK continues in the second position after the US with 37,919 COVID-19 deaths. Legislators in charge of Zinaboto, Minister Agriculture and Cooperation Kaito Aye and Advisor Tourism and Art and Culture Keovi Yaptomi visited the district yesterday. The legislators had a review meeting at the DC's bungalow with the District Task Force of Zinaboto, District Administration, Police and Medical Department over the preparedness strategy of the district in the wake of outbreak being reported in the state. The legislators in charge were apprised by the District Administration and Medical Department of the designated quarantine centers and the quarantining protocol for the returnees received so far. Kaito Aye, while appreciating the efforts being undertaken in the district, called upon the authorities to be vigilant against the generation of any panic or fear psychosis. He also thanked the churches for taking the initiative to provide catering services to the returnees currently lodged at the institutional quarantine center in Zinaboto town. Keovi Yaptomi in his address maintained that social distancing and personal hygiene still remains the best preventive option and reminded all to do so. He also assured his personal attention for any kind of need or grievance while coping with the pandemic. Both the leaders in charge encouraged and assured the frontline departments of their advice, support and cooperation at all times, and especially for containing the pandemic in Zinaboto to the best possible extent. With reports that heads of many district offices are yet to report for duties in their respective district headquarters, Chief Secretary Temjantoy has stated that this is unacceptable, amounting to willful disobedience of government orders, and disciplinary proceedings will be initiated against them. All deputy commissioners have been directed to report the names and designation and other details of officers who are not present in their respective district headquarters. The report should reach the Chief Secretary by 3 p.m. on 1st of June 2020. Till date, a total of 1,934 samples have been tested. Results of 1,371 samples have been received, out of which 25 are positive. Results for 573 samples are awaited. A total of 3,526 persons are presently under facility quarantine. Through the TrueNat testing machine so far, a total of 63 samples have been tested and all are negative. That brings us to the end of this broadcast. Do subscribe to us on the YouTube channel and also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. You can also write into us with your feedback and comments at our email address, that is newsandtrends.nl@gmail.com. Remember to stay home, stay safe, and take good care of yourself. From all of us here, it's bye for now, and thanks for watching.